The Satyadeo Aquaculture Station at Repos is being positioned and equipped to play an integral role in the rapid advancement of aquaculture development in Guyana. Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa says work is already advanced in the expansion of the facilities at Repos, and technical training for staff and a host of other interventions are on the cards for the station this year. The minister stressed the station is an integral part of government's plan to maximize the wealth-generating potential of aquaculture inland in all of its forms, and will also be focusing its attention on alternatives for the marine fishing industry as well.
That's a very important station for us. As a matter of fact, that station will have to provide us with all the necessary studies and all the facilities that we have there. That is why we are constantly making budgetary allocation to develop that center. Now, besides the brackish water shrimps, we have to look at other species of fishes too. And we are looking at 2 or 3 species where we're working with. We have had a number of those at the Satyadeo Aquaculture Station. Things like tilapia. Tilapia is a common around the country, but tambaki is a new breed of fish now that people are wearing in this country. We have a lot of those fingerling there presently at the Satyadeo Aquaculture Center. And Hassa, we are looking to start large-scale production in Hassa, encourage farmers, and we have those fingerling at the Satyadeo Center. So beside the brackish water shrimp, for the inland, and as a matter of fact, today I met a number of fisher folks who are fishing from out of the Borbis River, Rosignol area, and they have indicated to me, they came to see me, they saw the president ideas about the bringing in this marine cage, and they are looking forward when that will become to help them sustain their livelihood. You know, the president has made this idea, and this is very good, because we have to see as a government bring in new things to help develop the industry all the time, because sometimes, you know, fishes don't remain at one ground all the time. You have fishes migrating to different parts of the ocean and things like that. Although we are seeing an increase now of catches, it has improved a bit. We are seeing better catches coming in now. We as a government, we are not waiting to go back to those areas that we will continue to see fishermen losing and not making enough catches or catch enough fishes. So what we have done, the president have done, we have talked about it, and he is looking to implement this marine cage that are being used across the world, especially places like Singapore, places like China, places like India, you know, those things. And we are looking forward to it. And I'm hoping that shortly we can start a pilot project with that. But besides that, aquaculture will be a very, very big program for us. As I said, we see a number of persons will be engaged in this industry. The aquaculture industry will create a lot of jobs for people in this country and bring in a lot of revenue to us. You know, and we'll continue to, because this won't stop us from exploring the marine fishing that we have been doing over the years. We will continue to do that. We'll continue to give support to our fisher folks, and we'll continue to make budgetary allocation to the fishing industry in our country.
I took my cameras over to the Satyadeo Aquaculture Station at Repos for a first-hand look at the developmental works ongoing there. My tour guide was station head Dr. Naveen Gray. She gave us an overview of the pond additions and enhancements that are already in advanced stages.
We are currently undergoing expansion. The purpose of this expansion is for 2 purposes. 1, to facilitate the increased number of fingerlings available to farmers, and 2, for the domestication purposes of various species that are currently wild species but have a very high economic value on the market, such as arapaima and tambaki. Behind me, there are 20 earthen ponds as well as 7 concrete ponds. These ponds will be utilized for the purposes of improving fingerling production and therefore improving availability of fingerlings to farmers throughout the country.
Part of the work of the aquaculture station is the domestication of species of fish that are normally caught in the wild. Among the species being worked with at the station are the Brazilian tambaki, the arapaima, lukanani, and hassa.
In order for a species to be considered domesticated, it must complete its life cycle within an intensive system. It is for this reason that we are adding these ponds to the station to be able to facilitate research and studies towards this end. The species that are currently being considered are the Arapaima, Hassa, and Lukanani, since these fish have high economic values in the market, and we are looking to take these species from wild species into aquaculture species.
Significant progress is being made in the domestication efforts relative to Arapaima.
With respect to the Arapaima program, currently we know that Arapaima is an endangered species. However, it does have a very high economic value where the market is concerned. Our mission at the aquaculture station is to domesticate the Arapaima species so that the offsprings are able to be fully domesticated and reared within an intensive system, thereby making it available for farmers and consumers, but not affecting or depleting the stock within nature.
The other fish species being domesticated and studied at the Satyadeo Aquaculture Station is the increasingly popular tambaqui species of fish.
Tambaqui is a species of growing economic importance in the market in Guyana. Here at the aquaculture station, we are attempting to rear these species and have them turned into aquaculture species. For this to happen, as mentioned, we need to be able to have them reproduce within an intensive system. That currently is one of our issues which we are attempting to work on, and the addition of the ponds will be able to assist us in executing these tasks.
According to Dr. Gray, the station is hoping to be able to offer feed formulations of a local nature so as to minimize the impact of high import costs for feed.
In any economical venture within the agriculture sector, feeding comprises more than 70 to 80% of the overhead cost. For that purpose, we are currently importing feed for the tambaqui, which puts additional strain on our production practices. For this, we are attempting to go into our own feed formulation, which will be able to address much of these issues. The next matter we must figure out would be the breeding of the tambaqui. With that in mind, those two should be able to correlate and function properly. We'll be able to provide farmers with fingerlings.
The aquaculture station is also developing its capacity in regards to supplying farmers with tilapia fingerlings, which has been ongoing for a number of years, but will now be boosted to meet the expected increase in demand from an ever-expanding aquaculture industry here. In his budget presentation in the National Assembly Wednesday, Minister with responsibility for finance, Dr. Ashni Singh, announced that some 743 million Guyana dollars has been allocated to Guyana's fisheries sector for 2022.